This interactive video lesson demonstrates how to organize the third Educational Week Interactive Learning Panel using success stories. You will learn to present content and reflection questions, adapt the lesson plan to learners' backgrounds, facilitate discussions, guide participants in creating personal development plans, and collect feedback. After watching this video, complete a short test to apply what you have learned.
The third interactive learning panel is built around the third open educational resource, Journey to Wellness, Inspiring Young Men's Narratives. This open educational resource presents a collection of 20 authentic success stories of young men from Lithuania, Greece, Czech Republic, Slovenia, and Serbia who have overcome health-related challenges. These narratives provide relatable role models, showing how real people faced obstacles, made deliberate choices, and improved their well-being. By reading and reflecting on these stories, participants can see practical strategies in action, gain inspiration, and understand that positive change is achievable. Stories also help young men challenge gender stereotypes, learn resilience, and recognize the importance of support networks. Before leading the third panel, youth workers should familiarize themselves with all success stories and the self-reflection questions included in the open educational resource. Adapt the lesson plan to suit the group's educational, cultural, and socioeconomic background. Consider literacy, previous engagement in the first two panels, and comfort with discussion-based reflection. Work scenario for the third interactive learning panel. Opening and orientation. Welcome participants and explain the purpose. Exploring real-life examples to inspire personal well-being changes. Emphasize that discussion is voluntary and personal disclosure is not required. Story analysis in small groups. Divide participants into small groups. Assign each group 1 to 2 success stories. Guide learners to focus on key strategies, challenges, and lessons learned, rather than personal experiences. Sample discussion prompts. What actions or decisions helped this young man improve his well-being? What obstacles did the role model face? And how were they overcome? Which strategies could apply to your daily life? Plenary reflection and cross-story connections. Groups return to the main session to share 1 to 2 key insights from their stories. The facilitator highlights patterns across stories, such as persistence, peer support, or practical lifestyle changes. Creating personal development plan. After the plenary discussion, participants are invited to create a personal development plan based on their learning throughout the educational week, including the interactive presentation, digital game, and success stories. The youth worker guides participants to identify one well-being-related area they want to improve, set one realistic personal goal, define 1 to 2 small, achievable actions they can apply in daily life. The plan is individual, voluntary, and intended for personal reflection rather than group sharing. Facilitating the panel effectively. Maintain a safe, non-judgmental environment where participants feel comfortable sharing reflections about the stories. Use guided reflection questions rather than direct advice. Allow learners to identify lessons themselves. Support discussion by highlighting practical strategies demonstrated in the narratives. For example, planning meals, managing stress, balancing screen time, or seeking help. The third learning panel concludes by summarizing the discussions and collecting feedback from participants on relevance and relatability of the success stories, clarity of discussion prompts and facilitation, overall engagement and learning experience during the educational week. To close the educational week effectively, summarize key insights, briefly highlight patterns and lessons from all panels, including presentations, the digital game, and success stories. Reinforce practical strategies participants can apply in daily life. Collect feedback. Use a quick tool, Mentimeter, Slido, chat, or short forms to ask participants about what they learned, what inspired them, and which small changes they plan to try. Encourage reflection and action. Remind participants to follow their personal development plan beyond the program. Suggest picking one achievable action for the next week and noting any personal observations or progress. Recognize participation. Thank participants for their engagement, answer any final questions, and issue certificates via the Moodle platform. This structured closing helps consolidate learning, reinforces motivation to apply new strategies, and ensures participants leave the program with practical takeaways and a sense of accomplishment. Now, we invite you to the quiz section, where you can test your knowledge by answering 3 questions. Tick the correct answer. Whether you chose right or wrong, you will be given an explanation for the answer. Here we go. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for your participation. Follow the program in the eStudio to learn more skills to provide digitally transformed non-formal training for young men on health and well-being. Upon successful completion of the training, you will receive the digital badge, Innovative Promoter for Young Men Health and Well-being.